Good morning, it's Wong with CHT Secrets. How are you doing? I'm going to give everyone a few minutes to join me live here. I am going to be talking about splinting, i.e. orthosis fabrication, and any questions that you may have about hand therapy. I'm actually getting on my computer right now, see if I can pull up some questions that I've had. And be able to answer them for you guys. So if you're just joining, come on and say hi, introduce yourself to me. Tell me where you are, tell me where you're from. I'm live here in Miami. It is hot, but I'm very thankful for that. Let's see. I have someone lurking behind me. That's Haley. So this is Haley. Haley, do you want to tell them how old you are? Hi, Stephanie. You're an OT in Nashville. Oh, Stephanie, I was just there in Nashville a few months ago. And I had me some hot chicken. It was delicious. I wish I had a little bit more time. I was there just for a work conference. Came in a day extra just to hang out and see the city because I knew that the rest of the time I was going to be inside a room in a classroom. But hopefully as I do a little bit more and more traveling, get a little time to go and meet people and, you know, just talk all things hand therapy. So anyway, if you have any questions, you know, definitely feel free to ask me. I have a few questions that people have emailed to me over time. I hope you are enjoying the channel that we have, I've been trying to share some of the things that we see in the clinic. As you guys may or may not know, I own and run and work in hands-on therapy services. We're a therapy clinic located in Miami, and we help people with hand and arm injuries. So if you're joining us, wave and tell me your name. I see Stephanie, Samantha, Sarah, Andreas. Am I saying that correctly? So let me know where you're from. Let me know in what area you're working in. Let me know, are you in hand therapy? Are you working in an outpatient hand therapy clinic? Are you working in a hospital setting? Do you want to get into an outpatient hand therapy clinic? I myself started out doing a little bit of everything. I did hospital-based, I did skilled nursing, and I always say that everyone's got, you know, if they're lucky, 2 arms and 2 hands. So no matter what setting you're in, you can be a hand therapist. So I started out working in acute care. Stop, baby, you're shaking the table. I started working in outpatient. I started working in acute care in the hospital, and I had such a huge opportunity to do a lot of splinting there, wound care, you name it. So you don't just have to be in an outpatient setting in order to get some hand therapy experience. Not sure if you're located in Arkansas. Okay. Awesome, working in outpatient. Cool. Do you guys have any questions? In terms of hand therapy, in terms of career, in terms of any cases that you might have? I just showed a case, was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. Had a huge crush injury, and it took a little while for us to really see what was going on. We knew he had a lot of, you know, anything was a possibility. He broke his bone, there was soft tissue damage, tendons entrapped, definitely potentially some nerve stuff, but he had so much swelling. He was so limited in his motion. We had a lot of wound care to deal with, multiple injuries all in one hand. Actually came in with pins, and we couldn't really fully see everything, right? But we can suspect. obviously in a crush injury, there can be, you know, nerve injuries, and he was already telling us how he had numbness and stuff, and as the swelling went down, the wounds healed up, we really could see what is a median nerve injury, which is, you see that typical ape hand. We just couldn't understand why his fingers were always curled in like this into sort of like a hook position, and he just couldn't get MP flexion. So it was something that I wanted to show you, because it's not that common. Even if you had someone with a median nerve injury, such as carpal tunnel. We've had some huge forearm lacerations where their median nerve gets lacerated, but still you don't always see that posturing, depending on the type of injury and how fast that they're repairing it. So let's see who's got some questions here. Hi everyone who's joined. Thank you so much for joining. I love it. What are my favorite books and resources to get into hands? I love using the Indiana Protocol book. I think there's a lot of books. I think sometimes when you have so many options, it could be really confusing, because you've got all these great books and then you have, you know, Dr. Google, right? I mean, majority of the time people are looking for a lot of their information on Google, and that can get confusing, and then they're YouTubing everything, and there's just so much information. The most important thing is not just so much about the books and the resources, but being able to take the best information out of those books. The biggest two books, it's actually the big hand therapy book, the resource that you have to study for the CHT exam. I have to get the name of that book, the book for you, but it's volume 1, volume 2, hand rehab, and that's really my biggest go-to book. And then the protocol book are really big. You did, baby. You helped. All right, let me talk to everybody, okay? If you guys got my email, she was supposed to be in martial arts. She did not go to martial arts, but I still wanted to come on live and talk to you guys. So any advice for a level 2 OT assistant in hand therapy? All right, so my biggest advice for really, whether you're an assistant or you're an OT, if you want to get into hand therapy, you really need to learn how to splint. I am constantly looking for that when I'm looking for new team members in hands-on therapy services. I speak to other therapists, and when they are looking to hire, you know, it's a skill. It's a skill that is not easy to find. It's not a skill that is easy to, I guess, in a way to practice, and that's one of the reasons why I've really been working for the last several years on developing a course that I'm going to be launching pretty soon. It's an online course, and it's step-by-step explaining to you why we're doing what we're doing and all the steps in order for you to cut the pattern, mold the pattern, and all the little steps. Like what I would actually teach in a live course, that's what I'm going to do online. A lot of times people tell me they don't have the tools. Well, it's going to be provided for you as part of the course. I don't have the material. That is also going to be provided for you in the course. So all you need to do is get some hot water and you're going to be able to practice just like as if you and I were in a live course together. And the other thing is, well, I don't know if I'm doing it right. I'm there. I'm going to be teaching you, holding you accountable to make sure that you are doing right, that you build your skills and build your confidence. That's one of the biggest things in terms of, you know, getting into hand therapy. The second one is anatomy. Just basic anatomy can be really helpful in terms of, you know, a starting point, right? All right, trying to get more experience. My clinic is hiring a new hand surgeon. So you're gonna be getting different and new things. So that's really awesome. Oh, that you're not used to, of course. Awesome. Okay. Oh. You okay? Let me see. This is my first time doing this. So you requested. Is this? I don't know how to say your name. Okay. Let me see. Sent you a request. I'm gonna see if I can go live.